Hi, this is Keaton. I'm calling in to talk with Lindsay.
Let me see if she is here yet. Sorry, can I get your name one more time?
Keaton Walker. We had a meeting for 10 o'clock. If she needs to call back in a few
Oh,
minutes,
okay.
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let me run back and check just 1 minute.
Thanks.
Hey guys, it's Keaton here. I am super excited for you to watch this video. I want to give you the context a little bit behind what you're about to watch so you understand where I was at, and hopefully it gives you motivation if you're at the same stage with your agency. So over 3 years ago now, I had no idea what niche I was going to go into, no idea how to have success, all these kinds of things, but I had a friend recommend, hey, you should start with the orthodontists. They need help marketing a lot. It's a very competitive landscape, and they're definitely going to need some marketing. And so I was like, okay, that's good enough for me. Reached out to a couple orthodontists in my local area, and one got back to me and said, yeah, we'd love to chat. But the way I reached out to them was by pitching a research call. So I said, hey, I'm just looking to learn more about the orthodontist business model. I'm a digital marketer, I have some experience, and could share some marketing tips in exchange for some basic information about your business model and how you guys have marketed your business in the past. So I got one of these practices on the phone, and this is the phone call you're about to watch. So this is before I had any clients except my family business, which is the swim lesson company you'll see me mention in this call. And I also want you to pay attention to how honest I am. I don't try to oversell things. I am honest and upfront about how much experience I have and what kind of results I might be able to get for them. I borrow some results from somebody else, and I'm upfront about the fact that they are results from somebody else. So pay attention to all of those things, and keep in mind that I am nervous, freaking out of my mind the entire call. So enjoy.
Hi, is this Keaton?
Yeah, this is.
Hi, this is Lindsay.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. I appreciate you taking some time to talk to me today.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So are you like a manager at?
I just do his marketing.
Okay, awesome. And tell me a little bit about your background. Have you worked there for a long time or?
I have. I've been here for 12 years, and
Wow.
I've done his marketing for like 9 of those years.
Okay.
I worked as office manager to begin with. So.
Cool. Well, yeah, I super appreciate your time, and just a little bit of homework that I did. You guys seem to be doing great on social, and you've been in business like 18 years, right?
We haven't been in this location for 18 years, but he's been practicing here. Let's see, I've been here for 12, so I think he's been here for 13 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. So then before I dive into the questions that I have for you, do you mind if I ask like what motivated you to schedule a call with me? Is there anything you're looking to learn specifically? Sounds like you've got a lot of experience under your belt.
Well, what I don't know why I agreed to do this. I do a little bit of, I guess what I want to learn more about is more like about Facebook ads, Instagram ads, that kind of stuff. I do that a little bit. I'm not sure if what I'm doing is working. I don't know, probably tips and tricks on social media marketing.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, it's definitely my expertise, so I'd love to share some stuff with you there. Yeah, so the first question I had is like, what's the process that someone goes through from a stranger to a customer for your?
Like when they call here, or what do you?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
So, like, where do they go? Like, someone's never heard about. How do they usually find out about you, and then how do they end up buying? I guess that's the process.
Usually, I mean, our biggest referral source is just word of mouth from our current patients.
Okay.
And then we always do an initial consultation for free, and give them a full like rundown of what we see, what we recommend, how long the treatment would take. We also do a full panoramic X-ray, and everything's at no charge to them. So kind of they're very well informed from that very first visit. And they get a quote, they know how much their insurance will cover, what their portion would be, what monthly payment options are available. So but our biggest referral source has always been just our patient base referring their friends.
Nice. And like based on the research that I've been doing, it seems like there used to be a lot of dentist referrals, but that's kind of phasing out. Like dentists aren't referring as much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tricky world because it's a pretty saturated market we're finding. I mean, there's a lot of dentists and there's a lot of orthodontists. And
yeah.
It's kind of, I mean, we do market to dentists. We go and, I go and visit them and we do, lunches and stuff with them. But there are some doctors who like take them on trips and take them to jazz games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And kind of buy their referrals. And we just want people to refer to us because we're good. So
yeah.
we don't bribe them as much as maybe some other orthodontists do. So
got it. Yeah, I've heard I was looking at some crazy things about that as well. So that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question was, how many clients do you service in a week, and then how many would you like to?
Well, we see about 130 patients a day.
Okay.
As far as new patient starts per day, I believe we do 8.
Okay.
And we are pretty full.
Yeah.
Like we're doing well. We just want to continue to, you never know what's going to happen the next day or around the corner, so we just want to continue to be on top of our game.
Nice. Okay. So that 130 patients a day, is that like, you could maybe add like 20 or 30 more to that, or you could barely add any more just when others fall off?
I don't think we use every single chair in our office, and we're booked.
Cool.
So there's no way we could add 20 more patients per day.
Okay. That's awesome. And do you think that's pretty typical, 130 patients a day for one?
I am not sure if that's typical. I mean, I think it just depends on your office size and how many employees you have. Still likes to be very personal and see every single one of his patients.
Yeah.
I know there are a lot of dentists or orthodontists out there who will allow their assistants to do most of it, and the doctor will kind of hang out in his office and come out every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But our doctor is very much out in the operatories every single day. He's out there working, seeing every single patient. So I think it just depends on how each doctor runs their practice. But we have 8 chairs. We have 9 chairs. We have one that is like an overflow chair for emergencies and stuff.
Okay.
But those 8 chairs are fully booked. We have an assistant for each chair.
Okay. Awesome. And then if you don't know this metric, that's all right, but do you know what your average lifetime value of a customer is?
No, I don't. Like I know how much we charge for full braces, but I don't know what you mean by, I don't know what that means.
Okay. So what do you charge for full braces? How much does that typically cost?
Anywhere between like $42.70 and $47.70.
Okay. Great.
Sometimes more if they're like a severe case and need appliances and surgery and that kind of stuff.
Okay. And is that pretty much all they pay the whole time that they come, or are they like buying retainers?
Yeah, that includes every visit, includes retainers, that includes any emergencies. I mean,
okay.
It includes everything.
Awesome.
Unless they happen to like break their retainer, and it wasn't, or like if the dog gets the retainer or something, then we have to charge for that. But if it's normal wear and tear on a retainer, then we cover that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that, I think just the lifetime value of a customer for a business that's more subscription based. For example, I work with a swimming lesson. They teach swimming lessons to little kids, and typically they stay there for 8 months. And so it's just how much they spend in those 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah. And then in a month, so those payments, they don't pay, are there people that pay up front, or do you do monthly payments?
Yeah, there are people who pay up front. We also do monthly payments. We do interest-free financing, and we also accept their insurance. So
cool.
We're getting payments from their insurance, and then we allow them to make monthly payments.
Cool. And that's just split up, like if they have braces for 2 years, it'd be split up between during those 2 years. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then just 2 more questions for you. Do you have any current promotions running, and how do you advertise them?
We do. We have an Invisalign special right now. We're doing $500 off if they start Invisalign before the end of May.
Okay.
And we're advertising that on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And in our office.
Nice. And that's $500 off before the end of May. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we've been running that since probably end of March, mid-March sometime.
Great. And is that...
We also do, sorry, I just thought of another thing we're doing.
No, you're good.
We also do a promotion just for our patients to refer their friends. It's called Big Mouth March through May. We say, be a big mouth and tell your friends about us. And they get double the referral discount. So if they refer a friend to our office when they start treatment, they get $100 off their account, and their friend gets $100 off their quote. Okay. And then if they refer someone during March through May, then they get $200 off, and their friend gets $200 off their quote.
Okay, cool. Great. And then do you know, and when you say advertising on Instagram and Facebook, with those, you're just posting about it, correct?
No, I'm doing an actual ad.
Okay. I think...
Actually, that may have ended.
Yeah, when I was looking at your account, I didn't see any current ads running, but I might be mistaken.
Oh, you're right. No, it just expired recently, so I just need to re-up it because I think I only did it for 30 days.
Got it. And how did it go for you?
I don't know. I need to go ask my front desk and my treatment coordinators. I actually haven't checked in with them. We were out of the office for spring break, and then it was kind of crazy getting back, so I need to go and check in with them and see how it's going. Okay.
So it would be in business or the ads manager?
Okay.
Depending.
And that's what I don't know a ton about. So.
Okay. Was it like a boosted post that you ran, or was okay? Yeah, I mean, I am a fan of Facebook advertising, but I'm not a fan of Facebook telling inexperienced Facebook advertisers to boost their posts, because I think it's just it's. I mean, right when I started, I did the same thing, but it's really just a waste of money, which is sad.
Oh shoot.
I mean, it gets in front of more people, but it's not especially helpful.
Okay.
What was your call to action? Like, what were you inviting people to do? And then did you have any of those things happen?
So the call to action, I think, was just to go to our profile.
Got it.
I mean, in the boosted post, the post says $500 off and a free consultation. Now's the time to start. Call to schedule, and I gave them our phone number right in the caption of the post.
Yeah.
But then it's hard because it's like the options are send them to your office or send them to your website or send them to your profile, and I wanted to have them call us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I didn't want them to message us because we can't really, I mean, really, we need them to call us. That's the best thing to do. And our website is like been under construction for a year. We're redesigning that. And so, anyway, so really, I guess I just sent them to our profile. Got it.
Yeah. I'd be happy to give you some tips on where you can go to figure out that, because there's a call to action where you can literally, the ad will just say call us here, and then you can click down at the bottom, and if they're on their phone or even on their desktop, they can click call and it'll send it to their phone, and then they call you.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Which is like 10 times more effective than just sending them to your page, because they get to your page and then they're like, well, should I send a message or should I?
Right.
Yeah. So then the last question I have.
And also with like how to decide who to send it to, because like if you let Facebook automatically decide it sends it to people like not even anywhere near you.
Exactly.
And so it's crazy. Like I had someone message me and they're like, I don't think you want to be sending this to people in Tennessee, and I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. I know. Why would they recommend to send it to someone in Tennessee? So,
yeah. Yep. That's why, the boosted post, Facebook's good at, I don't know, they even give you like a free credit sometimes, but it's definitely the least effective way.
Okay.
And I'll go into more detail in a second about that. Just the last question I have is something I've noticed as I've looked at a lot of different orthodontist Facebook pages that they always do giveaways. Like everyone seems to be running a giveaway, like nice things. Is that just like the culture of orthodontists? They like to do that because they like their patients, or is it what's the marketing mindset behind that?
I think that in orthodontics, I mean, we definitely have set ourselves apart because we have the whole surf team in our office, and we do like to do a lot of in-office content with our patients. Mm-hmm. And we've kind of carried that over to social media contests as well, just because it keeps them interested, I guess. Because they do come and see us more frequently than they see a regular dentist. They're coming to see us every 6 to 8 weeks, where with the dentist you go, every 6 months unless you have a problem.
Yeah.
So where they're coming to see us more frequently, we want to keep them excited and wanting them to come back, and also try to keep ourselves, set apart from just any old orthodontist. We always want to be fun, I guess.
Cool. That's awesome.
So yeah, we do fun offices inside our office and then on social media as well.
Cool. Great. Thank you so much for the answers to this question. That helps make time. And
yeah.
So what I wrote down here, just the suggestions that I had looking over your stuff and then the other research that I've done, just to kind of give you some context about how much of a difference this can make, like where you're booked out. Like you said, you want to stay ahead of the game, but one of the case studies, the industry case studies that I looked up, just when I say case study, I mean somebody else that has done ads for orthodontists. They spent about $600 in ads and got 33 leads back. So even if, let's say, a quarter of those 33 leads booked, the guy was saying that all of them booked, but I'm skeptical of that because not all leads are created equal. But if a quarter of those 33, and I can also send you a copy of these notes anything.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I can do that. So a quarter of those, the math is about 8 or 9. So if we had nine extra leads a month and we spent $600 for those, and each one was, let's say, $4,500. So that's an extra, $40,000 brought in every month.
Right.
And obviously that comes in over time if they're doing monthly payments, but pretty amazing what you can do once you get it right. And that's, if you're getting only 8 or 9 new clients every month, and you're getting around $400,000 more in revenue just from those clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's just kind of the context, and then these are the suggestions. You mentioned your website. Who are you using to
It is not the website people's fault. It is our fault.
Okay.
Clint has had an insane year, and I am honestly just waiting on him to get before and after pictures. I would say it's like 70% done.
Got it.
But yeah, we're waiting on him. And then we decided to remodel our office, and so now we've got to have a photographer come in and take new photos, but the remodel won't be done until this summer. So
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So looking on your mobile site, I think there's still a little like logo from, what's it called? Duda Mobile.
I think our mobile site's pretty terrible, actually. I haven't looked at it for a long time.
Okay. Just, a lot of times there's an option to like take off the website provider's logo. I don't know if you're on like a free version or something like that, then they'll like usually require you to have their logo there. But I just noticed that, but I'd let you know that it's on the mobile version. I don't know how much you get like mobile versus desktop, but
the Duda Mobile?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Oh yeah, why is that there? Actually the person who designed, we haven't been able to contact him. Oh my gosh, it says 2012. That's so embarrassing. Okay. I've got to show this to Dr. Johnson and hopefully motivate him to get moving, because we tried to contact the people who designed our site originally, and they are non-existent now. So.
Oh, okay. And are you working currently with another service provider to do that?
Yeah, so we're using Stride.
Okay. Cool.
And they've done a great job.
Cool.
It's our fault that it's not us. But I'm wondering if we should just launch it how it is now and then add stuff as we get it. I don't know. What's your advice on that?
So here's the thing about websites that a lot of people don't understand is that I don't know what your new one looks like, but the thing is that a website's kind of like a brochure in some ways, and it's like ends up being the worst salesperson out there, because if you hired a salesperson and you were at an event talking about, and they just handed out a flyer and then didn't say anything to the person, that's like the worst salesperson ever, right? You'd fire them. So what websites really need to become, and what they're moving towards for like marketing savvy companies, are what's called a funnel, which it just takes them down a specific path where you can control the customer journey a little bit more. So that would look like the first page is a video. He's the one that can sell his service the best. So he's talking about it, and he's just saying, like, right on the right, there's a clear call to action, like put in your name, phone, email, we'll reach out to you. We want to schedule a free consultation. We'd love to have you in. And then that like leads them down a path, and you can have other options on there, obviously, but instead of like just a straight pamphlet that has like 5 or 6 calls to action, you just have one page at the beginning that has a single call to action that really drives people to do something specific instead of just look through your website. And that's something I'm doing. I'm doing that for this swim lesson company I was talking to you about. And the way that it looks for them is you come to the first page, and we want their information so that we can reach out to them. And the way we're couching it is a free consultation, a free swim lesson consultation. So in your case, it would be an actual free consultation for braces where they come in, right? And then once they go to the next page, it offers them a low ticket $5 product or service, and then from there it upsells them again, and that way you're able to qualify people as subscribers, and then as buyers, and then as hyperactive buyers. That's kind of the science behind it. I don't think it worked quite as well in this case. We don't
really have anything that we could offer that would be like a smaller product, but
yeah, exactly. And I think
so we could definitely funnel them to see what we want them to see first, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then you could incentivize them, like, because I don't know if this happens to you. I worked in customer service last year, but we'd get these inbound leads, and then we'd call them, and after 3 times of calling them, they never answer.
No.
I don't know if you ever get that. Do you?
We don't really call. I mean, mostly people are contacting us.
Yeah, so they just call in, and then you talk to them.
Yeah.
Got it. That's good. Yeah, so I mean, that's awesome. That's the best way to do it if you can get them to call you. What I was going to say is that a lot of businesses have this where they'll insert name, phone, email, and then the business reaches out to them, but they can't ever, the person never answers. So what you can do on the other side of that funnel is just say, call now, and you can save this amount of money. So you incentivize people. Yeah, so that's like the website strategy that I would definitely recommend. And then one thing that you'll want to do with that website, whether you end up implementing that or not, is download a Facebook pixel onto the background of your website. So a pixel, like nowadays, a lot of people have that, like something will pop up and say, like, this website uses cookies. Like if you want to read about our cookie policy, you can see it here. Have you seen that around? So that's what Facebook pixel is. It just recognizes who that person is and assigns their Facebook profile to your website. So then you can go back and say, okay, everybody that's visited my website but hasn't given me their information, I want to send an ad directly to them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And that's pretty easy. And the email I send over, I'll send like it's easy to learn. They have like Facebook has instructions on it.
So that's how when you visit a website and then you start seeing all the ads for the website you visit, that's how they're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I always was like, oh, everyone's listening to me.
Yeah, so that's Facebook's version of it, which also works for Instagram. But there's, I mean, YouTube has one, and Amazon obviously is really good at what they do as well. But that's what like a cookie means, and it's really, really effective. And even if you're not running ads, you're collecting data so that when you do run an ad, you can get it directly to the right people.
Okay.
And that's kind of the same idea. Like if they come look at your pamphlet or your website, then you can contact them again. And then the last two suggestions I have also have to do with that, like recontacting, retargeting. And one is Messenger. You mentioned that you don't want to use Messenger. And I think a lot of businesses are kind of in that spot right now because it's just hard to manage, right? You have, I don't know.
Well, it's just hard. I mean, if I am in charge of it, I'm the one who's in charge of our Messenger currently. I know our front desk they don't really have the time to be answering messages. Like, we do take texts and stuff, and they can text people back. But as far as like someone contacting us for the first time and being like, hey, so what's your prices? Mm-hmm. Obviously, we want them to come in for a consultation because we don't have a blanket price for everyone. Mm-hmm. It's based on how long their treatment's going to be and exactly what's needed. So I don't know. I mean, I guess an initial message is fine, but like we don't want that to be like our main source of contact. It's just so much easier to do a phone call. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I want to hear what you have to say about it. So.
Yeah, so I think a lot of businesses are in that boat, and what you can do that's really effective, I think, for giveaways as well as just communication is you can actually automate your replies on Messenger, and you can send, like, it basically functions like an email, like email marketing, but for Messenger. So let's say somebody comes to your account and they message you, you'd have an automated reply that says like, thanks so much for messaging us. If you're like, select from the options below, and it would say like free consultation or like more information or whatever you want the menu items to say, and then they can click through and it'll walk them through a personalized, like it can use their name, it's talking to them, but you never have to look at it. And we can make it so that anybody who comes in, like the messages say like, just call us. And but it can also give them some more information, so your office reps don't have to give them the same answers over and over again as well. Like you can automate part of it and then just have them call or collect their information there and call them. So that's pretty amazing. And it's really new, and it's really, I think a lot of businesses are not taking advantage of it the way that they should.
Yeah, because I've noticed that when I like a certain page, I get an immediate instant message from them saying things. So I've seen that.
Yeah, so it's even more like the depth of this and the like where it's going to go in the next few years is really crazy. And what you could do, as far as what I think would be awesome for orthodontists as they do their like these giveaways, because everybody's on their list, you can send out let's say you have 1,000 people on your messenger list, you can send something out that says like, we're doing this giveaway, and then you have, instead of having like 30 people see your Facebook post, you have 800 people see your giveaway, and then they share it they share it with their friends, and it's pretty amazing. And that you can also you can do all kinds of stuff. Like you can run an ad to Messenger, which is honestly what I want to experiment with. I'm doing it for the other company that I've mentioned, and the cost per lead go way down. People are really like, they like it, it's fun, and you can do like, I've seen Wheel of Fortune messenger bots. So somebody comes in and says like, enter to win like this thing, and they can spin a wheel within Messenger, and it gives them, $5 off or $10 off something that So there's tons of fun things you can do with it, and that's like actually my specialty is working with Messenger. So I definitely recommend that. And if you don't, like if you just don't want to deal with that at all, then I would just recommend changing your call to action on your page, because you can get rid of the send message button and just have it say call, and that could complicate things for you.
Well, I mean, I am the one managing the Facebook and the Instagram page, so I do. I'm the one who gets messages, and then if they need to, I just, tell the front desk to call the person. I always respond to the person, but sometimes I just say the best thing for you to do now would be to call. I try to do as much as I can. But I like the idea of using it to advertise a giveaway or a contest.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, and like I said, it's definitely the future. Like Mark Zuckerberg rolled it out only like 2 years ago. Or I guess 3 now, is in 2016, and it's slowly gaining traction, but it's really big.
Cool.
Yeah. And then the last one, I'm not sure, what are you doing as far as email marketing? Nothing. Okay.
No. We've tried direct mail and stuff before, and it's just not really worth it. So.
Yeah, direct mail's definitely a thing of the past. But
we haven't ever done any email marketing that I know of.
Got it.
Yeah.
So when I say email marketing, it would be something like if they come in, like let's say they submit a form on your website with their name, their phone, and their email, then you would automatically subscribe them to a sequence of emails that talks about, like tells the story of your brand. You could have yourself like talk about, like how he decided to become an orthodontist, like why he loves his job, all these things. And not only does it like help your customers engage more with your brand, you can send out stuff like, hey, enter this giveaway through email, but it keeps you top of mind. So if their kids aren't old enough, or they're talking to them, I got this email the other day, and I just remembered. So email is definitely not as effective, I would say, as Messenger, but there's still a place for it.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's pretty much all I had. Do you have any other questions about what we've talked about?
No, not about what we talked about, but just about who you are and like how did you find us?
So, I run an agency just helping small businesses, and like over the last little bit, I've just been helping like the swim lesson company, and then also a couple other brands online. But I'm looking to just go one place and really specialize. And I was talking to, I have a friend, his dad's an orthodontist, a dentist, and he was talking about how competitive the orthodontist market is, and how a lot of them need help with marketing. So I wanted to do some research and just kind of understand the business model, and then see, what I could do to help orthodontists. And then I live in Provo, so I was just researching orthodontists near me, and I found yours. And
so are you going to go tell all of our competition all of your tricks?
No, actually, you guys, I like you guys a lot, because I actually only have one other meeting, and it was like a personal contact, but everybody else that I've talked to hasn't been interested, so I was really excited to talk to you guys.
Well, I think you tried to message Aloha Orthodontics also, because we are partners. Like Dr. Thompson and another orthodontist, Dr. Fairbanks, created Aloha Orthodontics. And so our associate, Dr. Maxfield, who works out of our office and out of Fairbanks' office, he is the orthodontist at Aloha. Cool. So I don't know where your message went. Like, I can't access it. I don't know what happened, but I think you said, is anyone available to chat or something? Yeah. Because I got a notification on my phone, and then I was like, how come I can't find that thing? Anyway, was that you?
Yeah, it was me. I noticed that the logo was the same, and then looking through the social media, I noticed the doctor was the same as well. So they'll
work together, work out of Aloha.
Yeah.
The Dr. Maxfield works out of both. So
yeah. I think I saw a picture of Maxfield on.
Yeah, I do, and so I do it for both offices.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
So I'm sorry to respond to your message. I don't don't know how I
No, no sweat.
Find it, but
I know that
I know
stuff
I'm
gets
going to be talking to you today, so anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, the way I see it, those are the things that you can definitely implement. I'm like, just to be upfront with you, I'm looking to work with an orthodontist, and I'd love to work with you guys, and like either you can take this and run with it and try to implement it. It's taken me a long time to learn everything that I just imparted to you, and there's a difference between like just hearing it and being able to apply it. So
oh yeah, I wouldn't even know where to begin. So how do I know, like, how do I present this? Like, what are your fees? What would you do for us? Do you have like an email you could send me with all your information, or
yeah, so
what's your next step basically?
It depends on what parts of what I shared with you want. So like the everyday price, something that I would love to do is the website, but it sounds like you're already like locked in there. But if you just want,
Yeah,
sorry,
we
go
have
ahead.
paid for that, but I mean, we could together. I mean, I'm finalizing it. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to. But as far as I'd love to, I think the best way that it would work is I could run a couple campaigns for you. You could see how it works, and then eventually, if you want to take over, I can train you on how to do it, or you can just keep working with me. And the kinds of ads that I think will perform the best, like those case studies that I prepared or that I told you about, that was about like $18 a lead, and I think if we do it through Messenger, we should be able to about half that. And I think you're like, honestly, the full power of Messenger is creating like an app for your business without having to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for it, because you can message people, you can run giveaways, you can I don't know, there's a lot of potential there that I want to experiment with. And yeah, so since it's like you guys are the first orthodontist that I'm working with, like the everyday price for running ads like that, I think would be around $2,000 a month. But I'd love to just half that and start working for $1,000 a month, and waive setup fees and everything, and just really see what we can do there. And like no contract, just start working on it, and you guys can see if you like it or if you don't like it.
Okay, so what would you like? Let's say, I'm going to present this to Dr. Thompson and say, let's try it for a month. Mm-hmm. Tell me what you would do in that first month as far as what campaign you have in mind.
Yeah, so the first thing I would do is install a pixel on your website, just so that we start seasoning that and getting information on the people that are visiting it. And then I'd run an ad, probably just an ad with like one campaign. Within an ad, there's like a campaign level, and then there's an ad set level, which is like the targeting. So you're getting people within 10 or 15 miles of that are moms with kids in between 7 and 18 or whatever your target demographic is there. And then the ad itself, we'd probably have 2 or 3 different variations of that, and just to see which pictures and which words perform better. And that would just be this, probably your Invisalign special for $500 off. And yeah, I think it'd do really, really well. So we'd be getting the leads through that, and then you'd be reaching out to the leads, and we can make sure there's a good system in place there so that it works out.
And then what are you just starting out? Like, you said you run an agency helping small businesses. Like, do you have information about you that I can look up or that I can show to Dr. Thompson? Yeah,
so I can send you some case studies. Like I said, I haven't worked with an orthodontist in the past, so they're not quite as compelling. But I can show you like what leads I've driven for other companies. And I've been in the business since August, so I am fairly new, but I'd be happy to send over like past campaigns that I've run, and you guys can look at it. Yeah.
That would be awesome. That would be great. Then I will be able to meet with our office manager and just kind of tell them the things that you've told me, and I'll meet with Dr. Maxfield also and just kind of see what they have to say.
Awesome.
But I think you've got some great ideas. This is exactly what I am wanting help with. So.
Yeah, that's great. I'll send an email over, just to that email that you included, that like events and.
No, it's gmail.com.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, so I'll send you just all those suggestions that I have, so you have them all there, and then I can include a couple links to other articles and videos that might help you out.
That would be perfect. And then I don't know if you want to include like an invoice and show them that you would be willing to discount the fee and waive setup fees and stuff, because that would help me better present it to them. So.
Okay, awesome. When will you be meeting with them?
I am only in the office on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Sorry. And it's kind of hard. I just have to try to catch Dr. Thompson between patients, but I can talk to Carolee, our office manager, about it today. So
okay.
As soon as you get it over to me, I can talk to her about it.
Okay, great. I have another meeting at 12, so it probably won't be. I'll work on it. If I finish it before then, I'll send it over, but it would probably be this afternoon.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
No worries.
So good to talk to you, Lindsay. I really appreciate your help.
Yeah, thank you, Keaton. Have a good one.
You too.